All right. Well, hello and welcome to Steel Home. Welcome to another episode. Good, nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Daryl Brook, and I'm your host. And Steel Home is a regular show. We're all about the steel guitar. And the song I just played was Pennies from Heaven. And I just learned the song, and today is the second day of spring. Now, I thought it was going to rain, so I thought Pennies from Heaven would be a nice tune to play. You know, it's raining pennies from heaven. But it turns out it snowed, so kind of Mother Nature didn't cooperate. Anyway, Pennies from Heaven, a great tune, and I hope you enjoyed it. I got a nice show planned for you today. I've got some other new songs that I've learned, and I'll perform for you. And Pennies from Heaven is one of those old tunes. It's a jazz standard. It was made famous by Bing Crosby back in 1936. And I love those old tunes. They're always a lot of fun to play. Now, the next song I'm going to play is also something I just learned, and I've been, I've heard this song, heard this song probably 25 years ago, and it's a beautiful tune, and I've always wanted to play it. So I was watching TV, and I was watching the public television, and the Ken Burns series on the Civil War was on, and the background music, the theme that plays throughout the whole series is a tune called Ashokan Farewell. And I've always loved the song, always wanted to learn how to play it. So I worked on it this week, and it's really it's a fiddle tune that was recorded in the key of D. I'm going to give it a try on the steel. I play it in the key of C, because it just kind of lays better on the steel that way. The song was written and recorded by Jay Unger and Molly Mason. And it's not an old song. I think they recorded it in the 80s. And it sounds like an old song from the Civil War era, but it's really not. It was recorded not too long ago. And Ashokan Farewell is, the name Ashokan is, it's an area. The Ashokan Reservoir is over in the Catskills on the other side of the Hudson River. And it's not too far from Woodstock. It has an interesting history. It's a beautiful place for wildlife and scenery. And Ashokan, the name Ashokan, means the land of the place of fish. Because there was a lot of water and streams and waterfalls and stuff. So it's a pretty tune. I'm going to give it a shot, and hope you enjoy it. It's a beautiful song. Ashokan Farewell. Like I said, I play it in the key of C. It's really a fiddle tune, and you can see Jay Unger and Molly perform it on YouTube if you look it up. And speaking about tuning, this steel guitar is tuned to a C6. I like playing C6. It's basically an open C chord with a sixth in it. So from the top down, I play with a high G, G, E, C, and there's an A in the middle. The A makes it a sixth tuning. And then again, G, E, C, and then on the bottom, I have the bottom A tuned to a B flat that gives me the seventh chord. So, for major chords, for all you steel guitar players out there, or all you guitars, regular six-string players, with a straight bar in one position, I can get multiple major chords. In other words, from the bottom, I'll start from the bottom. A major chord is a 1, 3, 5, and I'll do a G chord. C, B, D. That's one, then B, D, G, then D, G, B, then G, B, D on the top. So those are all major chords. Straight barred, all I'm doing is changing the grip. So that's typically where, I call it home base. It's the primary position for a major chord. You find the root on the third string, so the G is here. And then that's at the top, and the G is on the seventh string as well. All right, so it's a little bit different. On a six-string guitar, for instance, a lot of players start really by finding the root either on the sixth string, the bottom, or on the first string at the top. Here I'm doing, the root is typically on the third string or on the seventh string at the home position. In the same place, not only do I have major chords, but I also have the relative minor simply by changing the grip. You can hear that change. There's the minor. That's an E minor. That's the minor, the relative minor, the E minor. And all I've done, simply by introducing that fourth string where the sixth lies, I can go from major, G major, to its sixth relative minor, without moving the bar. So and typically that's kind of like I said, it's home base. That's normally where your reference point is from for most songs. There's a primary position, and there's also what I would call a secondary position, which is it's 7 frets up with the third, fourth, and the seventh string. That's kind of where you start, right? So in terms of major chords and finding your way around the steel guitar. So hopefully you'd find that interesting and helpful. And we'll come back to a little bit more in a while. Let me, before I leave the concept of tunings, the reason why I played Ashokan Farewell in the key of C is because the song is it's basically all the notes in the major scale. And since I play it in C, just lays well in this tuning if I play it in C. All right, enough of that. Okay, so here's another song I just kind of put together. I built a backing track for this. Most of the backing tracks I use are either for the jazz songs. I get them from jazzbacks.com. And for A Shogun Farewell, I built that backing track myself. And also I built a backing track for this next song. And hopefully you recognize the tune. Now, in case you didn't recognize that tune, that's a song that was actually recorded by the Bee Gees back in the 70s. And it was one of their earliest songs that they recorded. It's called Massachusetts. The funny thing is, I don't think they were ever in the state of Massachusetts, but somehow, I guess the lyrics worked for them, and they wrote the song, and it was a #1 hit, and it's got a great little ring to it. So let's see how much time. I think we have time for one more song, and I'm gonna kind of change gears here and go out. Well, it looks like maybe we have a little bit more time. I'll play something by Elvis. All right, so let's see if you recognize this. still in the house. And I guess I was wrong. I still have some time left, which is great. I got a bunch of songs. So I'm going to try. This is a song. It's a bossa, so it's a little bit different. It's a bossa nova. It's one of the most popular bossa novas. It's written by Luis Bonfa, and it was the name of it is Black Orpheus, and it was part of the soundtrack to the movie. The movie won all kinds of awards, and it's one of the most popular bossa novas. It's one that's really a lot of fun to play. I love playing this song, and hope you enjoy it. All right, I'm going to use this song and take it out. back off here. All right. Thanks, folks. It's been a pleasure playing some music for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. Tune in for the next episode. Come on back. Welcome home. Welcome to Steel Home. Thanks again. Bye-bye.